Hello, everyone. Now, this is one of my favorite events to be a part of every year. Back in March, Tucson Lifestyle Magazine invited dogs and their loving owners out to their cover dog search to find a special pup to highlight in the magazine. Well, now, Scott Barker and Amy Cubias are here to introduce us to the winner, Mr. Hudson. First off, congratulations, Hudson. Oh, that was right on cue. Scott, do we know how many entrants came out this year?
Well, every year we get between 200 and 300, and it's an amazingly diverse group. We see every kind of dog you can imagine, from all different kinds of backgrounds, all different kinds of breeds and mixes and whatnot. And so it's a great, entertaining day for, as you know, for those of us who judge it, because we're just covered in dog slobber and just having a wonderful time, just interacting with all these wonderful animals that show up.
Well, I call that heaven.
Yes,
being covered in dog hair and dog slobber. But what was it about Hudson? I know we're going to hear his full story, but what was it that stuck out for you?
Well, we fell in love with him immediately, I think, because he had so much personality. He was just very friendly despite everything that he's gone through, and really we thought he was a wonderful representative exactly why we do this. We do this because we want to encourage people to really think about rescuing animals, to really think about adopting these rescued animals and supporting the local organizations who do so much great work in this area. And we just thought, wow, what a wonderful spirit and what a wonderful dog.
Oh, absolutely. And of course, this all benefited the Humane Society of Southern Arizona.
Absolutely.
So we were kind of, this was tenfold. It was, bringing awareness. We were, helping other dogs that were needing some help. And I remember Hudson. I remember this story. Now, the magazine is already out. I'm sure a lot of people have already heard and read the story. But Amy, start me from the beginning. How did Hudson come into your life?
We were notified late one night that from a wonderful woman, Susan Anderson, and she does a lot of rescue work on the border. And she let us know that there was a dog in terrible shape sitting in the Santa Cruz shelter. And so we sent one of our volunteers immediately the next morning. Yeah, I still get choked up.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he was burned over 85% of his body with acid. The terrible part was that some of the burns were quite old and some were rather fresh. So we know that the torture had gone on for an extended period of time, which is really hard to wrap your mind around.
Now, like you said, these photos are very kind of shocking. They're hard to look at, but we know that this story, as we're seeing, has going into a happy story end. So that's how Hudson came into your life. Kind of tell me where his journey has been since then.
Yeah, well, immediately it was stabilizing him, trying to assess all of his injuries, and pain management was number one. Pet doctor was phenomenal. We were able to really come up with a strategy quite quickly, and laser therapy was key for him. We were blown away at how quickly he was healing and how fast that was coming around, solely, I think, because the light therapy was just expediting this healing in his wounds. We weren't sure at that point whether we were too far behind the 8 ball with infection or what was going to happen, and he loves going to the vet. It's one of his favorite things in the world. As soon as we pull in there, he can't wait to get to the back with everybody. And as in that process, we started noticing, not only had he kind of trusted us and relinquished himself, said, okay, you know what, I'm going to let you guys take care of me. But we started noticing this personality come out and how much he loved loving people, and how he has this way to work a room. And if there's someone that's hurting or someone that is in need, there's this sense, and he goes right up to that person and he spends time with that person, and there's this kind of this empathy bond, and that he's been through some things. And then also on the flip side of that, how people were reacting.
Yeah.
And so we realized, gosh, his future to be a therapy dog might be something that we should explore, and we have with our trainer Jeremy Brown, who he's been working with, and already in his visits, it's been amazing, and just the response that either children or other various people in the community have had to him. He's got something really special within him.
Well, we were so happy to be able to be a part of his story and to hear it and to get the word out. Yeah. On top, he has such a great spirit. But on top of highlighting Hudson, tell me about the Sanctuary Project, because this is also bringing the project to light.
Yeah, absolutely, and we're so thankful for it. My sister and I founded it in 2011. We are primarily based in Tucson. We have some outreach in Phoenix and Los Angeles as well. We're all breed, completely no kill. We're kind of like a boutique rescue agency. We stay about 30 dogs, cats. We've now ventured into some horses and a pig, and but we provide a lot of support from the beginning to the end. We take a lot of hard dogs, whether that's behavioral or trauma. So not necessarily all of our dogs are what we would call push start dogs, where they are immediately available for adoption. Some take 6 months of rehabilitation, some take longer, but we're committed to see them through, and it's been remarkable, the community that's come around us, and we're so thankful because we just have awesome people involved that have stepped in and to love on dogs like Hudson.
I think this is amazing. Scott, great pick. You do it every year.
Well, and we're so grateful to have you with us every year, Tina. You're wonderful.
I love to come out. I love to hear all of these stories. I love to see who ends up being on the cover. If you guys have not picked up this issue, definitely do that. Read the whole story. And of course, we have a lot of the other pictures from people that came out that day as well. Amy, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hudson, you're just so handsome. You guys, to learn more about Tucson Lifestyle, call 721-2929 or visit TucsonLifestyle.com.